Hello, everyone. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. Happy Sunday. I hope your day is going wonderful. I hope your weekend is going just right and that you are ready for another great week. Now, I am here with my trusted cup of coffee, cappuccino actually, and I want to talk to you today about rationalizing your fears. This is one of the steps that I have talked about for a lot of time, and dealing with fear can happen on the spot if you start to train yourself, if you start to train your mind, and besides stepping on your fears and making sure that you learn from your fears, there are circumstances when it's quite necessary that you start asking yourself some questions. And this is a situation that happened to me yesterday evening, and this is what inspired me to talk to you more about my real life experiences with fear, the ones that I am implementing on myself so that it's easier for you to understand. I want you to know that it took 5 seconds as I have continually trained my mind over the years, over the months, over the weeks to actually make sure that I am in a place where I can say, okay, it's all gone now. I can feel relieved because fear can be deceiving. It may happen that you get this very strong emotional and even rational pain and you don't know what's happening. That's why I always suggest you stay present as much as possible. Now, let me tell you about the circumstance that I went through so that you can better understand. I was in the bathroom, and you know those rugs you have on the floor that are meant to stick to the tile on the floor so that you don't slip? Now, it happened that yesterday I cleaned the bathroom floor, and that rug that was specifically made so that you don't slip, actually made me almost sleep in a very not so pleasant way. I was luckily, I was aware, I was present, and I didn't fell on the floor, but I got quite a fright. And even though I was safe the very next fraction of a second, my mind began to explode with all sorts of negative and very dramatic situations in less than 1 second. I could see myself lying on the floor very hurt. Then I could see my baby girl happening the same thing. Then my husband, maybe what if he falls? What if my entire family falls, slips on that tile on the rug from the bathroom floor, and then we're all done for? Can you imagine how strong our mind works? And how little time it needs to build these really dramatic, strong stories so that you are even more scared than the situation itself. So once again, I was safe. Nothing happened because I could grab I grabbed the heater in the bathroom wall. Nothing happened. I was completely safe. My mind wasn't. What I did next, because I could feel, so everything happened in a second, maybe 2 seconds. I could feel that I did not like the way that I felt. I could feel that everyone around me would be in danger of going through the same thing and even falling on the floor, although I haven't. It's amazing, right? And I decided that I need to tell my mind quickly on the spot what it needs to do next. And I told it, I am safe now. Everyone around me is safe now. My baby girl is safe. My husband is safe. My entire family is safe from falling on the floor because you know what? You need to go a bit deeper when it comes to a situation that you cannot necessarily avoid because accidents do happen when we are not present. And you need to know that there is nothing going to change if you keep worrying about the same thing. There is nothing physical, nothing rational that you can do in order to stop any similar event from happening. I can only say to my husband to be careful. I can tell my family to be careful, and I can take care of my baby girl so that nothing happens to her. But that's it. Once I told myself, and this was maybe in the third second, I told myself, I'm safe now. I felt complete relieved from all this very dramatic and very strong emotional impact that fear had built. And as I said, that my family is safe as well and everyone around me is safe, I have completely conquered that fear because my mind understood that I'm okay now. Things may happen. It was very great that I was present, and that's it. You know that there are certain things that your mind will do once you act on the spot. Now, it got really scared that everyone around me may fall on the floor in the bathroom floor. And then, once I told it what to do, I gave it an alternative, something different, something that was completely the opposite to focus on. It got very well trained, and now it understood that I am safe and I will be safe because next time I'll know better and I'll be even more careful. This is the deal with conquering your fears. You need to act on the spot. But I also want you to know that I have been doing this for a lot of time, for a very long time, because I am stepping on my fears since quite some years now, maybe 7 years. And I want you to know that you are going to get there, to give your mind the right orders on the spot once you feel that fear has crept in, and making sure that you give your mind the right commands, the right orders is going to happen as soon as you start doing this more and more often. This means being present as well. It means acknowledging that you don't like the way you feel now. And of course, who likes to feel that they are in the most horrific horror movies ever, and that you are going to be in for the worst case scenario for the future? You need to act. You don't need to let your fear stay controlled, as you know that your fear is your mind. Your mind is negative by default. This is how our mind is built, and it creates fear in order to keep you safe. That's why my mind was running like crazy last evening, just to make sure that this is not going to happen again, that I'm really very careful next time. And I have assured it, I have assured my mind that everything is going to be perfectly okay next time. What is your opinion about this? What do you think about rationalizing your fears? Have you been through some similar situations when you began to ask yourself some very intense questions, and then you realized, well, it doesn't make any sense to keep this fear because the situation is done for and I'm okay now, I'm safe, and next time I'll be just better, I'll be more careful, I've learned my lesson, and there is no need to keep the fear anymore. Let me know what you think about this, and let me know if you'd like me to give you even more examples, even more real life examples of what I am going through, because I am step on your fears, and maybe there's no one that's more focused than me to make sure that I step on all of my fears so that I can give you the right value, the right information, the right amount of knowledge so that you can do the same. My goal is to know that you are starting to live a fear free life. And I say starting because I am. I am aware that it's not easy for you. I know how much fear hurts, and I want you to know that you are doing your best. I want you to be compassionate and caring with yourself, to know that you do the best that you can with the resources that you have handy. Because if you could have done more, you would have done more, right? I cannot wait to see you next. Have a wonderful Sunday ahead. Have an amazing week. And I look forward to getting your questions and your comments. Have a great Sunday ahead.